Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Sensible Sociopath, episode 99.
Woohoo!
We are nearly there.
Yeah, so close.
So close to quitting. So this is The Sensible Sociopath podcast. We are live on a Friday night, unless you're listening to us in the future, and congratulations, you made it. This is the podcast where the truth is spoken and the rules are broken.
Yes.
Wow.
We did
Our
it.
first time getting it. I've only been saying it for like 7 episodes now, or 10, 12. Please chat with us in the chat box. Hello, everyone in the chat. Today from Spicy Licks, we do have Brother Christian, or Fristian, as he's colloquially referred.
Yeah, that's old school. I like that.
Yeah, good old Fristian. That is with an FR. And from the Sensible Sociopath podcast producer bay, we have Roma Two-Bagels Rifkin.
Hi, guys. I don't get my Biden intro.
Oh, sorry. Wait, hold on.
Has she always been retarded?
No, I don't think
That was close. Here it comes.
My long friend, time friend, and she's a friend. She's been my friend.
Roma Two-Bagels Rifkin.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. So on today's show,
Wait, hold on. Do you have a name?
I'm Steve, Sensoc Steve.
Oh, okay.
He
Whatever you
sends,
want
he
to
sends
Okay.
sucks to you.
Yeah.
All right.
So today we have 3 things we want to talk about. First of all, it's Kat's fucking birthday.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
Kat.
One of our OG fans. She hails from the Canada. That's our neighbors to the north.
Yes.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
I have a salty date story.
Oh, fun.
That should be interesting. And then we're going to end the show with the world's spiciest gummy bear,
Oh, shit.
which is going to be a little rough, according to Christian. He was telling us what sort of punishment we're in for. Me and Roma are just traipsing into it willy-nilly.
I'm nervous since he got here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize what I was walking into. They told me there was a surprise, and then I walk in, and are we going to do the reveal later? Should we do the shot now?
We could do, we can show what we have.
Yeah, well, the box is inordinately sized compared to the actual size of the gummy bear.
It's just a tiny regular gummy bear.
Oh, I
yeah.
thought they were giant. So when Steven approached me, he's like, "Oh, we're gonna eat this." I was like, "I'm just gonna eat half," because I thought it was like the giant gummy bears.
He said he's gonna take the rest home. I was like, what are you talking about?
No, but it should be pretty intense. We'll go into, I think, a little more details as we get into it. But
Absolutely.
yeah, it should be pretty good.
Okay, so first up, our top story. It's Kat's birthday. Happy birthday, Kat. Our
Happy
second
birthday, Kat.
story.
She's not here tonight. She's actually celebrating with her girlfriends.
Oh, well, hopefully this will be a nice surprise later
What
on.
are those sluts up to? Kat, be careful. Our second story. Now, I asked you two, what you think the place someone would be from and their career choice would be that would be the least compatible with me. And so I just wanted to see what your guys' responses were.
I'm ready. Okay, the worst place would be LA,
Okay.
and the worst job would be an ornithologist.
All right, that's pretty good. That's a bird scientist.
Yeah, a bird
Yes.
expert.
All right. Those are good answers, Roma.
Yeah, you're welcome.
See, when you said that to me, I think I heard it opposite, like who would be the most compatible. And for me, I went with Brooklyn and then sexual offender. Like immediately, and then
Yeah.
I literally tried to think of something else in the
All right.
opposite way, and I couldn't. So I was like, "Well, this is the answer."
Whatever the
then.
opposite of that is. Yeah. All right, fair enough. So like Kansas
Kansas.
church person. All right, fair enough. You're both right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, so I don't actively date or app date or whatever you want to call it. I used to have a Tinder. That was like the first. If you listen back to episode 1, 2, 3, it all sort of this whole show kind of aligned with me just dabbling in that because I've always been good at meeting people and talking to people. But when we first started 99 episodes ago, it was Tinder and there was somebody introduced me to Bumble because they say, oh, it's a higher class of lady on
Yeah,
there.
Bumble.
And then there's Hinge. And
Yeah, Hinge.
so Hinge is the only one I still have because I
Oh.
shut down the rest of
Oh.
them. Too many thoughts.
What's a thought?
That hoe over there, THOT.
There you go.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. I had one of my coworkers who's 21 tell me what it was. I didn't know it was a thing.
That hoe over there. Yeah. It means some other things too. I don't know exactly. It's like
But-
swag or whatever that people come up with acronyms for it. Like
Okay.
sweaty with all genitals or whatever it is. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So when you see someone with a swag hat from 6 years ago,
Yeah. If the sticker's still on it, it's good.
exactly.
Yeah.
Still sweaty with all genitals. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So this girl had been chatting with me since like January or something. She'd been, I don't know, texting me like every now and then.
What platform is this?
Hinge,
Okay.
the only one. I
Okay.
have.
I just want to make sure. I was going to confirm.
So she let me know. Oh, I just moved here from California.
Great.
I'm like, okay, strike one.
Well, that could be good though. Maybe they're moving for new ideologies. You know,
What was it?
maybe they're moving for like new ideologies because they
Oh.
want to like align more. I mean, that's what I get a lot. People.
That could be. That
Mhm.
could be. And and I'm not totally against people from California because there's a lot of great people from California.
Is there though?
Well, Northern California,
Got it.
Yeah, true.
Shasta, California. Holla back at your boy. So
Red flag, nonetheless.
red flag. So we went. So she brought up Mongolian barbecue 2 days in a row. Like she started messaging me here, twice or more consistently than she ever had. And so I was like, oh, maybe she wants to hang out. And so she said Mongolian barbecue sounded good. And if you don't know what Mongolian barbecue is, it's basically like ramen, but instead of
But like a salad
broth,
bar.
yeah, it's like a salad bar to get to ramen without the broth. So it's just like a stir fry, I guess.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'm doing keto. And obviously it's very noodle,
I used to go to
noodle-centric.
Mongolian barbecue and just not get the noodles all the time.
Oh, that's actually not a bad idea.
Well, and that's how she talked me into it. She said, well, you can do Mito,
Mm-hmm.
which I was like, all right, that's clever enough.
Yeah.
I'll actually eat that. So we went there and so first of all, she's not from the
Mito.
area. And I say, well, what do you want? And she's got an Apple iPhone because we're using iMessenger. I say, well, do you want me to send you the directions on Google Maps or on Apple Maps? She's like, I use Waze. I'm like,
What is that?
Waze is another app, and I do
Yeah.
have it, but I was like, that wasn't the options I gave you,
Right.
you Californianer.
Wait, you have 3, like,
Yeah.
and okay.
Yeah.
It's not that important.
I didn't know
guess.
there was an Apple
Yeah,
Maps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's decent, but it's not as good as Google.
Everyone should
obviously.
just use Google Maps.
Yeah.
Why are you using anything
If
else?
you want
Yeah.
Google to know where you are at all
Waze
times.
is cool though because
Mhm.
it'll tell you if there's cops in the area.
Oh, really?
It's like
Yeah.
live up to date traffic. It basically creates
Oh.
like a network out of everybody's phones to
So
kind of
people
tell.
can report
Yeah.
if there's like speed traps and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, prostitutes and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
stuff,
awesome.
Yeah.
Streetwalkers.
That's great. Yeah.
Glory holes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
hmm
Come on, man.
So I went to the Mito barbecue, Mongolian Mito barbecue, and what's funny is when she got the icon on her phone or whatever, she looked it up and she's like, I don't see a Mongolian here, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. There's just a murder shed that she caught me. So I'm like, bitch, just go to the site. So, I also learned not to tell someone on a first date that I have a podcast. That's the other thing that I've learned.
Yeah, keep that closer to the chest, brah.
Exactly. No,
Yeah.
I did. I didn't tell her. That's why I
Okay.
get to tell the story.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely.
The lesson was already learned, so you were just
Absolutely.
Okay, gotcha.
So from here on out, there's no podcast talk prior to the first date.
Smart man. Yeah.
Exactly. So we first walk in, and I meet with her in the parking lot. And she's fine. She's cute. She's sort of what I expected, and we walk in together, and she's already like happy to put on the mask and all this stuff, and I'm like, so I put on the mask, and then when you walk in the door, they have these 3 boxes of gloves. So you need to put on gloves before you get to go back to a table.
Okay.
You know, and I realize I guess you're serving yourself.
No, that's okay. Whatever.
But they were those really, really shitty plastic gloves.
Like the loose lunch lady ones?
Yes.
Not the nice, yeah.
No.
Yeah, okay.
So
Gloves
she
are
puts on-
expensive.
and she puts on the smalls. All right,
Well,
let's not get on anybody's side
Hold
yet.
on,
All right,
hold on,
everybody.
Hold on, really quick.
Yes.
Don't you think people look sexier with masks, though?
I think it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, like I actually, that's the one thing I'm actually most sad about. If that starts going away, I'm like, people are going to be
Mhm.
not as good looking anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It does cover up a lot of messes.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, that's the thing, though, is like when you're trying to scope out potential, people, you can't tell because they might have. Sometimes they're people and they've got beautiful eyes and they're very youthful and vibrant, and then they take their mask off and you're like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Thanos.
Just fucking bad teeth
That was a good
and
joke.
weird nose, and it's just not good.
Yeah, I like that. I'm excited with that. It's because it's like Russian roulette with faces.
Well, why don't you just move to Abu Dhabi?
Da da boo da boo doo ba. That one.
Yeah, exactly. So we get in there and there's gloves, and I'm like, my instant feeling is I'm out of here. Like that was it. Like I wasn't worried about making a good impression or anything. So I put on the shitty, the large ones, and they're all misshaped. So it's like squeezing my hands in certain areas, and they're like busting out like the Hulk in other areas.
You
and
do
they're
have big hands.
Yeah, they're like loose in the wrong places and stuff. It's just terrible. So I'm pissed off that I have to do this, suffer this indignity.
Yeah.
So I walk back there like the little cuck with my condoms on my hands, and I start throwing some shit in there and into the bowl. You got to get the big Mongo bowl, the Genghis bowl or whatever. So I'm throwing all that in there, and then I realize I'm like, I don't know if vegetables have carbs or not. I'm like, I don't know which one's which because there's so many different vegetables.
You don't know which vegetables have carbs?
Roma, let's not get on anyone's side. I don't like where you're going. So yes, I'm just uncertain of the keto-ness of each vegetable because it's like there's like who knows, pineapple. Does that have sugar in it? Who knows?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
But they had nuts and stuff, so they had like cashews and peanuts and all that. And I know some are better than others. Like I think cashews aren't as good, but like walnuts are good. And like
yeah,
but they
cashews
didn't
are
have walnuts.
down on the list for sure.
Exactly. And so would I just pick some cashews? Would I get
You
those
can have a
little
few.
those little chow mein noodles? Are those carb free? Probably. Is there a difference between regular tofu and fried tofu? They both taste terrible. So I'm going down the line and I'm just kind of picking a little bit of each thing kind of just to be safe because I'm like peppers, like green peppers and red peppers. I'm like, they're kind of sweet.
Red
carrots are
peppers
kinda
have
sweet.
more carbs than green peppers, but you have to be careful with both.
Can we shut off Roma's mic?
Yeah, you should have gone with Roma, it sounds like, really.
Exactly, yeah.
Scoped it out with her first.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. So I've got these plastic gloves on. My hands are sweating. I'm just pissed off. I'm trying to like grab at things. And then, of course, there's like the things I want are on the other side. So, but then I'm like, oh, should I put a condom on this tongs before I reach into the one that I'm not supposed to get it? And like water chestnuts. I don't know.
Carbs.
Carbs, yeah, definitely.
Well, I guess so.
They're starchy.
Look,
They're like potatoes.
you guys are just, you're not helping. Now I'm feeling the indignity once again. So
I hope you didn't tell this story to be proud of yourself.
no,
No, good. Okay, good.
no. It's just a funny thing that happened.
Yeah.
So, when I first came to this country, I learned how to build Mongolian, the structure of it from one of the best out there. Now, you have to break some rules though. So this was pre-COVID, pre-hand condoms. What you do is you do your meat and veggies, and kind of which ones you put it in doesn't matter as much. And then you get that to the top of the bowl and you even mound it a little bit. And then you add your noodles, and the game is how high you can stack your noodles on top. And I mean, literally, you can stack, a foot over the
Noodles
over the
always
bowl.
go on top.
Yes. However, the way that they want you to do it is
Noodles first.
vegetables, noodles,
Oh.
meat, because of
The meat will fall off.
contamination.
Oh, because of
Yes,
COVID.
Yes. So basically, they don't want you getting meat and then raw meat and then putting the noodles on top. But I don't care about those people after me.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what you have to know. So knowing this, and then with the sauce, what you have to do is you have to ladle in. So it's 4 of the house barbecue, 4 of the Mongolian barbecue. They're different. And then you add kind of just a mishmash of the Mongolian fire oil, the regular fire oil. It's less ethnic. They also have
Ginger, sesame oil.
garlic water,
Yeah.
salt water,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
curry. So you can mix those in,
Uh-huh.
sweet and sour,
Mm-hmm.
teriyaki. But the point of it is, you keep filling and filling and filling until that bowl is entirely full of sauce.
Oh.
See, I don't
So-
do that.
Yeah, some people put like 3 ladlefuls in there, and they're like, "Here you go," and then I can just see them eating it, and I'm like, "Ugh, it's making me sick that your food doesn't taste like anything."
Right.
So, knowing this and having no noodles on mine, I'm like, well, I'll just fill the bowl up anyways. So I fill the bowl up with, and before that, I get there and there's no chicken, there's no beef, and there's no pork. So I have
Oh.
to go and I talk to the lady, and she doesn't like understand me. So she has to call a guy from the back. And I'm like, oh, hey, so he comes in and he's like, hey, do you want something to drink? And I'm like, yeah, first though, could we get some meat? Like the chicken and the thing I came here for? I'm here for meato, bro. And so he's asking me if I want something to drink. And I said, no, that's not what we're talking about. So, and then of course the guy with the little cart full of frozen meat comes sneaking behind him. And I'm like, oh, great. Yeah, it'd make me look like the asshole.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Why don't you put some meat out there before people get here? So got the meat. Of course, they only had Diet Coke, didn't have Coke Zero,
Uh-oh.
Refreshing.
So fill the bowl up full of the barbecue sauces and
Mhm.
things. Now, the problem is that usually I mix in like some of the sweet and sour and some of the teriyaki and all that. I didn't add anything that wasn't just really savory. Like
Mhm.
that wasn't just,
Right.
So I give the bowl to the guy. He starts cooking it. She was ahead of me, ladies first, all that. Started cooking it. And of course, she only fills her bowl like half full.
Mhm.
Yeah, which I'm offended by just as a
Oh.
person.
Well,
Yeah.
what size did she get?
I think she got the little one. The little,
Half
Oh.
full little one? What?
Yeah.
What is she?
I mean, was she like petite?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Also, I think some people from California don't really take leftovers and stuff like that. So, just kind of.
It's probably true. Yeah.
I blame it on California.
Exactly. So we're sitting down, and I'm a little
Irritated?
Irritated.
Yeah, you're like off
Yeah.
kilter right
A little
now. Yeah.
agitated.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this isn't right.
So I told her how I almost walked out, because I didn't really care what she thought about me. But and she said, oh, well, it's their right to do that. I said, it's an indignity. I said, there is no reason that they need to do that to me to get me to walk through this door. And she basically was like, well, it's their establishment. I said, I am giving them money for their services. I said, they do not get to tell me what to do, and she's like, well, yes, they do. I said, do they? And I said, and then the lady brought the bowl over or whatever. I said, you see that? I said, she's bringing me my stuff for money, and I'm not wearing any gloves now. And started, kept getting more and more irritated. And
Oh,
she's
goodness.
like, she's like, oh, well, it's their establishment. They can tell you what to do. And I was like, what do I have to do to show you that they don't get to tell me what to do? And she's like, they would, well, they would kick you out. They would tell you to get out. I was like, you think they could make me get out? And then,
Oh my goodness.
Seriously.
Oh my goodness.
and she's like, she's like, you're a little intense, I was like, I'm sorry, but I was like, I don't want to come in here and put on these gloves and be made to feel like I have to do something to act a certain way to get, the food. Oh, and the other thing that got me really hot was that when I got my food back, It was so goddamn salty. It
Oh.
was the worst thing I've ever. So like, I'm still fucking swollen. Like my feet were swollen up like last night from
Shit.
all the salt.
Oh, this is recent.
Last night or yesterday.
Yesterday.
So
Oh, so you're still feeling it. You're still fiery
Yeah.
right now.
Oh yeah. So I was just eating this salty, horrific food, and then guess what she
How much
does?
do they cost?
$35, $36.
Did you
Oh,
pay
my
for hers?
goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. So guess what she does for a living?
Works
She's
at
a
Montgomery Barbecue.
nutritionist.
Human resources.
Oh.
Yes.
HR is important.
Is it
Is it?
though?
No, it's not. It's not at all. HR's useless, dude.
Yeah, I was like, HR didn't exist till the 1960s or 70s when someone decided that humans were a resource, just like a natural resource.
Yeah.
She's like, mm-hmm.
Human resources just protects corporations. That's their job.
Yeah.
Is their
Yeah.
job is to protect, the employers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
Because employees have so
comply
many
with-
rights.
Well, you just don't want to get sued.
and that was the whole thing is HR is all about compliance.
Right.
No matter how ridiculous, it's all about compliance.
Now hold on. I mean, just
Mhm.
just to make a point, private businesses do have rights that public domains do not. So
Mhm.
I mean, if
True.
I have a public or a private business, I can say you have to walk on your hands in order to come in here, and if you don't do that, you can't come in.
Mm-hmm.
It is all based upon respect, though, isn't
mean,
it?
I don't.
I mean, it's a relationship. You have a relationship with your
Because
with
I
your
can
community.
physically not walk in there on my hands and still be an independent, autonomous human being that
Sure.
came into your establishment. Your rule may be that, and I may not respect that rule. And the same thing, and she even said that. She even said, well, the police could make you get out. And I said, could they? And she's
I
like,
mean,
well,
probably eventually.
Well, and I said, that's what the Second Amendment is for.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Did you have low blood sugar?
No, I was just being irrational.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was being totally fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, the murder shed thing, pretty true. Held
Pretty
true.
accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Steven, I think there's a term for that. It's called triggered.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
totally triggered. So
Oh my god.
basically, it was just they don't have the right to make me.
Yeah.
And when I found out, she did HR and all this stuff, that's sort of what set me that way. Because I was like, it's crazy. All the things we enjoy are made by child slavery. And she's like, yeah, that's bad. And I'm like, and she had like one of those really like high pitched voices, like I don't know, just like an HR
Like-
person probably would.
Like
Like that really high pitched customer service voice,
Mm-hmm.
but only all the time.
Kind of patronizing.
Yeah.
But,
Bubbles from Powerpuff Girls.
I guess I wasn't a big Powerpuffs guy.
Oh yeah, no one gets that. Hopefully someone will get that. But
Mhm.
I know what Powerpuff Girls is.
I mean, I know what it is.
I
yeah.
know what the Powerpuff
I don't
Girls
know.
is.
Yeah. So basically her and I said in certain ways child slavery is good. I said, because what would those kids be doing, like would they just be out on the streets
Drugs.
playing with toys,
Yeah.
So
Oh my
should they be
God.
mixing those chemicals together?
Yeah. Mining lithium mines.
Exactly.
Like, glue those
exactly.
shoes. What are you doing?
Yeah, they don't need all their fingers.
Yeah, dude.
So her basically thing was that the kids should go to school. And I said, yeah, kids should go to school if there are schools available. And she ended up, she's like, there are schools there for them, and I was like, I don't think that's really a concern of some of the areas that have child slavery, because we're talking about work slavery and,
Well, actually, one of the hard things about opening up schools in third world countries is it's much harder to keep them open than it is to open a school. And like, I think I was talking to
like
someone.
a clam.
Yeah, pretty much. Once it's open, then it's just kind of then not good things.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've heard like someone's like, oh yeah, I knew someone who opened like 30 schools and 25 of them I've shut down.
Hmm.
It's like that's rough, but it makes sense. It's
Is it
hard.
the insecurity of the or instability of the,
They just can't.
of
They
the
can't fund
areas?
it. Yeah, they just
Yeah.
can't fund it, so
Yeah.
it just shuts down.
and that's what I was thinking is I'm like,
Mhm.
yes, ideally children go to school, but our phones are made by tiny people that don't, don't get to enjoy the fruits of their labors. So she went for a forestry degree, and her forestry degree in her forestry degree, she found out it was too chauvinistic and
Oh, fuck.
male-centric.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
Jesus.
I said, "Are you sure you just weren't too overly sensitive?" You know, and it kept going. So eventually, it got to the point where I said, "Don't mention the words equity or inclusion to me."
Oh my God.
I said, "I do not." I do not believe in those words. And she said,
Wait, equity or equality?
"Equity, equality's fine.
Okay.
I'm all about, equality of everyone."
Give me a definition of equity then.
Equity would be a Marxist term that is
Oh.
used to divide people by their race, their gender, their sex, their sexual orientation, to divide and then put them against each other to upset the balance of.
What if you're talking about like how much money you put into your home?
That's what she said. She said, "What about home equity?"
I said, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not from California, Chris?
Yeah, Christian,
I'm sorry. I just like to think outside the box.
get a haircut and quit thinking like an asshole. No. Yeah, and that's actually what I said to her was I was like, well, ever since, the Bolshevik revolution in, the Red October in 1917, when basically they just said, "Hey, all you like poor people, those guys that are doing a little bit better than you, the middle class guys, let's go over there and take all their shit." And that's really how the Soviet, communism started, the USSR. Based upon Marx's principles that he laid out in Communist Manifesto.
Yeah, what an asshole.
Yeah,
The good old days.
yeah, exactly. So, anyways, we haven't talked since.
You think?
Well,
Yeah.
hold on though. How did the rest of the evening progress?
Not too bad. I mean, it was up and down. It
So
was
like,
heated and-
so it was kind of like things kind of started off on that heavy front,
Mhm.
and then things cooled down a little bit.
Sort of. I kept poking. I kept being myself. So
As the sodium was getting absorbed into your bloodstream.
Yeah. Well, that was it. It was like having a rock in your shoe.
Yeah.
Because like every time I'd put some food in my mouth, and then I had this little oasis in front of me, and first it was just a plain cup of rice,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm keto. I'm just like, that looks so not salty. and then they brought over this tiny tray, and it just had 2 little cups with sherbet in it, rainbow sherbet, and fortune cookies.
Wow.
And I'm like, those look so refreshing.
Yeah.
And then they didn't bring me one goddamn refill of my drink
Oh.
or
no.
water at all. And I think every time the lady came over, I was just like so intently disagreeing with the person
Yeah.
sitting across from me that I didn't
I
ask
love
for a
this
refill.
story.
So I don't know if we're gonna go out again.
You end up paying though.
Yeah.
Was there some guilt to that?
No. Oh
No?
no. It's just because it's the right thing to do because I'm a chauvinist.
Dan says, "I would have loved to have been at a table in this restaurant just listening to you. Yes, I'd be eavesdropping."
That's funny. Yeah.
We were there for a long time too. I think we were there for probably at least an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah.
It must have been not that terrible.
It was fun. It was sporting.
Yeah.
I like a good little conflict.
See, I don't know. I think the thing is like, if I'm having a good time, I'll pay. If I'm not having a good time, you buy your half.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely there's like
But you have to prepay. You have to.
do you?
No, you pay at the end.
Yeah, you pay at the
Oh,
end.
you do have
Yeah.
to pay at the end.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was the one dignity they gave me.
You can give us money after.
Mm-hmm.
Steph said, "Please, please, for the love of God, record your next date. Pure gold."
Yeah, I should. That is actually-
Yeah. When's Sensoc vlog coming out? What's going on there?
Yeah, that would be good. I should.
You need to get some of those glasses with the camera in it.
They're getting pretty
Yes.
good nowadays.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right.
They're not too noticeable.
Yeah. All right. Totally. I'll just like forget to clip out the part where I'm looking at my dick while I'm, taking a piss.
No, that's fine. That's cool.
Yeah.
Spraying around.
Trying to
If
fluff,
you- if
trying
you-
to fluff it up before I go back to the table.
Honestly, if you post it on your own website, what are they gonna do?
Exactly.
Yeah, nothing.
Well, I meant more the, accidental.
I don't know. It seems like you're going for offensive anyway, so you might as well just kind of dedicate.
It's true. Yeah. So, anyways, that was my big fun adventure last
Yeah.
night. She wanted Mongolian.
Steve S wants to know how much it was in G. It was like
$36.
36.
Yeah.
Good question, Steve. Good question.
Yes. Do you have
Well-
any good feedback on the?
I mean, there was a lot of comments on the child labor.
Yeah.
Dan
yes.
says yes, Bubbles' voice.
Thank you, Dan.
He said, "You're the proper amount of intense." Steve's no good, very bad date. Dan says date was going well.
Yeah, you were going pretty good.
Steph says basically if it tastes good, it has carbs.
Yeah, pretty much.
And she also said that Waze will make a very loud noise when you get near railroad tracks. That scares the shit out of you.
Oh,
Makes you crash your car. Very helpful.
Yeah.
so, what do tramps riding the rails use? Wouldn't it just be constantly ringing?
Steph says next time take your date to a boxing ring. Oh wait, gloves.
That was good.
That was a good one.
That's really good. Oh yeah, that's good.
That's the line of the night so
for
far.
sure. For sure. Good stuff.
Line of the night so far.
Yes, very good.
Yeah. Wow.
Um,
But you know what? I have a story.
Okay.
So recently I've gotten into the dating apps and stuff like that, and expectations pretty low.
Mhm.
There are so many polyamorous people on there.
oh yeah.
Yeah, almost worse than dating a dude. I feel like, you know what I mean? Because then they're all weird about it too. They're like super defensive. They're like, "Listen, I just need to tell you that like I have multiple partners." I'm like, "I don't care because I don't think I like you anyway. So I don't know why you're telling me this." You know?
Yeah.
And
You're
then-
not attractive enough. to
Yeah,
have
well, then they
multiple-
start getting, then they get really weird. Like, oh man, I'll tell you what, dude. Okay, you know what I've learned? I was just talking to someone about this. People got no chill nowadays. Like, there's like zero chill. Like, I had this one lady.
And you're all chill.
I mean, like, I just don't care. You
You're
know what I
very
mean?
much chill.
I'm like surprised if someone even responds to me. So like after that point, I'm like, well, it's gone better than like the other half. So whatever happens now, it's just gold, you know. But there's one lady I went to middle school with, and I found her on one of these, and I was like, "Are you who I think you are?" And so we ended up like meeting up. And then we had kind of like made plans for later. Never ended up going through. Next day she hits me up. It was really boring, so I just stopped responding. You know, I don't care.
Mhm.
And then I got a second job, bartending at nights. And she hits me up again. I don't respond. The next day she like hits me. She goes, "Ghosting, classic." And I was like, actually, I just got a second job, so like I've just been kind of busy, you know. She goes, "Okay," and then I was like, "Fucking, if you think I'm ghosting you, I'm gonna ghost you now. Like, how dare you assume what like my intentions are and just be a weirdo about it?" Yeah, but no chill, dude. People got no chill.
That's one of the problems with dating apps is that everybody's damaged goods on
Yeah.
dating apps, and that's one
That's
of the
why
reasons
I don't do them.
I don't actively participate. If they contact me, because like, and that's one of the things too with Bumble, you both have to.
The women has to
choose.
message first. It's like
But
it's
you
like
both have to pick each other.
Oh, all of them are like that.
No,
Yeah.
not Hinge.
It-
She just messages you, like likes your photo or likes something
Oh.
that you say,
Oh.
and then you can choose to respond.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I just do that.
Right.
I mean I'll get a hair, and just like go through like 5 profiles and like some people, but I just don't actively pursue it because there are so many just dead ends.
Yeah, I've been using those apps for a little bit, and the last person I met was in person. I'm like, God, man, these apps suck, dude. Like,
And I'm good at meeting people in person.
Yeah, same
if
here.
If they can handle a conversation with someone, and like, I don't know, because people are so into their devices now. I feel like if you walk up to them, it almost throws them off. That like, wait, you're like,
Talking to me?
there needs to be some boundaries here where
Mhm.
like if we're standing in line together, you're not allowed to talk to me,
Right.
or that's just the impression that I get from some
I also
some
think
people's
these are
interaction.
weird times. These are weird times, and I think that I think that as things are opening back up and a sense of normalcy is returning, I think it's kind of gotten a lot of people like questioning their previous like motives and how things function and things like that. That's one thing I've noticed is I'm like, oh, things are kind of different now, but they're not, but they are, you know?
And I think that's one of the problems with the plastic gloves is that I'm ready for not that.
Right.
You know, I don't want any more of this anymore.
Right.
You know,
Mhm.
and that was another thing is I brought up COVID and I said, oh yeah, well in the UK it's the average age of death for COVID is 82, and the average age of death for someone just someone in general is 81.
Right.
So if you get COVID, you'll live a year longer.
Right.
Is the point?
Right.
So, and of course she didn't like that either.
I bet she didn't.
Yeah. But we did talk about firefighting and things, and she was telling me about some of the stuff that I've learned from Superfan Dan, who's in the chat.
Nice. Yeah. Nice work, Dan.
Yeah, we were talking about Duff and stuff.
Very nice.
Duff beer.
Mm-hmm. So
You got to get under the duff.
mm-hmm. She was actually saying this so the Duff they took her out. So she said one thing funny, and it was that during her forestry degree, they took her out to her teacher took her out to a tree, and I just started laughing. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. So he just took you out to a tree. I was like, was that a joke? Because that's hilarious. I was like, that is the best teacher in the whole world if that's what he did was just take you to a tree. And what the funny thing was she was like, oh, we only had to take like 2 or 3 classes that involved fire. I'm like, out of all the forestry stuff, only that much? But what she said was that he had them dig down into the duff to reach dirt, and the duff was in some places like 12 feet deep.
Wow.
And so
What is duff?
So duff is just everything that falls out of trees.
Yeah,
Oh.
leaves and pine needles, pine cones.
Yeah. Sticks.
Sap,
Yeah.
everything flammable. And actually that firefighters have died because they'd be walking and then fall in
Oh, shit.
to 6 to 12 feet of duff that's on fire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's
That's
probably
brutal.
a pretty crappy thing to happen to you.
Dan
Yeah,
says, I was just going to say, Dan says she's not knowledge in the fact that the Forest Service, there are tons of females. And then
Yeah.
Margot says, real smooth conversation, Steve. Surprised your date lasted 1.5 hours.
Duff man.
Oh no, if I wanted her to like me, she would have liked me.
Yeah.
I just wasn't playing that
Yeah.
night. So,
I love being confrontational.
yeah, it's fun.
That's so out of character for both of you.
I know.
That's so strange. What?
You're both so easygoing.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. So anyways, it was a fun little story, and I'm happy to share my challenges, I guess. So yeah, Christian, if you want to share your dating,
No, I pretty much shared both of them
Faux pas.
already. That's like all I really wanted to say
I
about
just
them.
mean in general, like in the future.
Dan says,
Oh yeah, cool, yeah.
Dan says he took over 40 hours of classes to get to be able to be certified to become a firefighter. It's a lot.
Yeah, she did a 4-year degree, and she said she had 3 classes that had something to do with fire. I don't even think it was totally fire related, but you know what? Speaking of fire, we're gonna eat some hot chicken.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm scared.
Now, Roma, do you want to bring up Amazon? Show us what?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's just talk about this a little bit. So this candy company, I believe it's called Flamethrower. Yeah, Flamethrower Candy Company has the world's hottest gummy bear. At least what they claim is. And so,
It's all marketing. We'll see.
yeah, you can see it right here. It's
Little nitro. Little nitro.
Yeah, it's a
Sounds
nice
like a
little
wrapper.
box. They've lowered the price since I bought it too. Those assholes.
Yeah, my rap name, by the way, is a little sleepy.
Mine's just enough.
But okay, look how big this box is compared to my face, and I have a large face, so
Yeah.
But it's a little tiny gummy right
yeah, it's
there.
a normal size gummy and it costs $10.
I'm almost afraid to touch it with my hands.
Just don't
but
touch your
I could
face.
probably get you some gloves.
Yeah, thanks, Roma. Only one glove joke per.
No, that was pretty good,
That was
Roma.
good. That
Really,
was
that was
good.
spot on, Roma. Good
Yes.
work.
So it's 4.5 stars. It's got 3,600 ratings on it.
That's a lot. That's good.
So it
Congratulations to
says
these guys.
It's 9 million Scoville units made in the USA, 900 times hotter than a jalapeno.
Yeah, and so just as a little reference, I was telling them before, like during one of my Spicy Licks videos, I ended up eating 2 habaneros, and they were probably some of the spiciest habaneros I had, and I think their range is 150 to 350,000.
Yeah.
So I was about 600,000. That's kind of what I would guess Scoville's, and like I don't even know if that's even a fair equation of like it literally doubles.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, it got hot. It got
Oh,
hotter.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So I was definitely kind of in the 500,000 range of Scoville's. And like jalapenos range from I think it's 3,000 to 9,000.
Mm-hmm.
And like I've eaten some jalapenos that like burn my ears, you know what I mean? So I've had like it gets pretty hot pretty quick. So like 9 million, like I'm pretty confident that like I won't be able to work tomorrow. Like I might have to call in tomorrow morning. Like yeah, like I think tonight for the rest of the night I'm gonna be like violently ill. Like that's what I'm guessing.
Well, don't worry. We have remedies.
Oh, that's what that's for.
In our wheel.
Oh, I'm so excited for that. When I came into the studio and I saw that, I got really excited. I was like, yeah, it's a spin wheel.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? There's a vlogger I watch, and he does like some jokes and stuff like that. One of them was that he like teams up with this local like lawnmower company, and like he plays pranks inside the store. One of them was he was having giveaways, but he put a motor on the back of this so they would spin it and then it would just keep going. Yeah, so pretty funny.
Pretty good, yeah.
Pretty funny.
All right. Well.
So Sarah says, for the love of God, don't touch the package and then your face or dick, or do it, I guess.
Or whatever.
You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah.
And then Dan says that little Sleepy would know whether or not it's hot.
Yeah.
I like it. Yes. You got the lil correct as well.
Yeah, good.
No
good.
apostrophe.
Steph says it's like poison ivy. Don't put your finger in your eyes if you touch it, or you're on your own tomorrow morning. And then Dan says, yay, the wheel's back.
It is back. It's been a while too.
Yeah.
When was the last time the wheel was here?
It was a Halloween episode.
Oh.
Not last year either.
The year before.
Year before.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Sarah says oh my God, I'm so happy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, right.
So, Roma, let's scroll down to the questions on the.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
What?
Seeing the questions on here, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's funny.
So, question number 1: is it a suppository? And the answer: anything can be a suppository if you're motivated enough.
What trolls? That's hilarious.
So, people are complaining that each pack only contains 1 gummy. I'm like, why would you complain about that?
Right.
Who is wanting a handful or more of these?
Right. Well, I guess it's like for this perfect situation.
Yeah.
You know, we're going camping.
That's
Let's bring
true.
it. So.
Uh-oh.
We're going camping, so what?
Well, like-
you can
like,
scream into the woods.
Yeah. No, I guess if this thing is like, oh, I got 5 people that I'm hanging out with, and we're all going to do this,
Yeah.
or 3 people I got.
Roma, what do you got?
It says, is it really that hot? And it says, from a man who consumes ghost peppers daily, never again was too hot for him. Was a fun experience, though.
Oh, so so there's a local restaurant here that has ghost pepper sauce, and I was actually eating some on Sunday, and I've had it before. So like what they do is they have one sauce that's made with it, and it's like made on like teriyaki ghost pepper or something like that, and then the one above it is a ghost pepper, just a blend. It's like a puree, so they'll add the puree to that to make it even more powerful. One time I got just the puree of ghost pepper, and that was like insane. And I think ghost peppers are, I think they're like 500,000 a million, something like that. So if that man is eating ghost peppers like pretty regularly, that's the hottest I've ever gone, and that is not. You're gonna have a bad time.
That's GP Jones.
This person says, this was so hot, my kid had diarrhea for 3 days.
Yeah.
Thought the first night I might have to take him to the ER. 5 stars.
Yeah. No, straight up. I think one of us might vomit.
Okay, well, I need to work tomorrow, so.
So you're saying we should start now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, now I'm scared.
You know what's funny, Roma, is I only bought 2 of these originally for me and Christian, and then you're like, what about me?
Well,
You asked for this.
Roma, I would say eat half.
I'm gonna eat the head off of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick part of it up my butt.
And you know what, Roma? I might even. I have someone I think that I want to have eat that other half of yours. So this would be perfect. Unless you want it for later.
This person says hot, but not that bad if heat is your thing. I ordered one and bit bit its head off, chewed until it was dissolved. It was spicy and semi-sweet. The heat was kind of pungent and gets on ya in a slow roll.
In a
Jeez,
slow row.
Roma goes to Ebonics right after a yawn. Yeah, in a slow roll. Jeez. Really hit a switch.
It's funny.
Oh, man.
Oh, let me read the rest of that one. Yeah, because
Okay.
that's when you hear that. I immediately ate the rest of the bear, and this larger chunk was much more bitter tasting, but equally pungent heat. Overall, it was over it.
In a few minutes,
Yeah.
no sweating, no flailing around. And my wife was definitely disappointed by my lack of reaction. And yes, I'm
Yeah.
still talking about eating the gummy bear.
But see, the use of the word pungent twice, I feel like that one's a troll.
I don't know. We'll see. We had those. Remember, we had those ghost pepper pickles, and they were nothing. This is gonna be worse though.
That was Del Monte.
Was that?
A lot of people are upset there's only one gummy bear, but I feel like it was pretty self-explanatory.
Well, also like to get something that concentrated, like those peppers aren't cheap to grow. They're like a science, and it's kind of crazy.
Well, then you have to like hold them with like tongs and
Yeah, I
like,
think
slowly.
there's a big process for it, so I don't think people understand. Plus, it's a novelty.
I mean, they are forged in the fire of hell.
Really, this thing probably costs $1 to make, but at the end of the day, look at the marketing and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen the box?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna read a
Pretty
little
good
bit.
box.
This was so hot that even when cut in half, our young teens suffered for a long time. They managed it well, but the stomach ache they endured for hours afterwards was not worth it.
Let's do this, guys. Roma?
It doesn't. Oh, let's see. Ingredients: corn syrup, sugar, water, gelatin, citric acid, natural and artificial flavor, 9 million shoe chili extract.
Oh, do we get a sticker? The Little Nitro Challenge. We want you to make the best Little Nitro video on the internet. Post your video to YouTube with the hashtag Little Nitro Challenge for a chance to win, to be featured on our website and social media platforms.
Hey, we're
Well,
already doing it.
That's pretty perfect, honestly.
Can you go a full 5 minutes without relief?
Oh, is that the thing?
Mhm.
Oh, are we supposed to spin this wheel now?
No.
No, we do it after.
Mhm.
I feel like we should have these ready.
Why? You need a full 5 minutes.
No, that's okay. I mean, that's part of the challenge, though. It's kind of like seeing the rice in front of you. Like you're gonna have it there, so you're staring at it as you're dying.
All right.
Yeah. Who goes first?
Well, let's just give it a test spin just to see
Okay.
how the spin.
No, I just want to do it. I just want to spin it. No test
Okay, well,
spins.
no, give it a test spin because I don't know how tight the.
Oh, okay. You got to
have
reset
to
it
build this and then you have to calibrate it.
up. Do you really?
This isn't one of those just willy nilly wheel spins. What do you think this is? A carnival?
How hard do you think I should go?
How many teeth do you have?
12.
All right, then you see it's a little tight.
Okay,
See?
okay.
See, you want the action a little
Yeah.
loose.
Okay, gotcha. So blue cheese. Can we go over these? What's BM?
You'll find out.
What's BC? Blue cheese.
Maybe.
That's hilariously gross. That's so gross. Oh, of course I get yogurt. Okay.
No, you didn't get it.
I know. Of course I
Let's
got it on the
just
test
give it a
spin.
spin. Yeah. Still a little-
I'll take that one.
Nah.
No, this is fucked up.
All right, go for it again.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And then whatever it stops on, that's what we stop it on. Oh, good.
What does that mean? I get to
You
choose?
win.
It
No,
means
it's a
that the-
really,
it
it's a
means
really good one. It's the most helpful one.
Oh,
Probably.
really? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I think I know what it is.
What?
Half and half?
No,
More
I think
helpful.
I think that it's just that the color's too dark to write on.
No, it is, but it's also the winner.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
cool.
Yeah. Come
All
on,
right.
Roma.
Ah.
Do you want me to spin for you or Christian to spin for you, Roma?
I'll tell you what. I got milk, yogurt, and the best one, so probably me.
Yeah, Chris. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
nice. That's a good one.
Awesome.
Now, Roma, did you want peach, triple berry, strawberry, cherry, or
Cherry.
vanilla?
Cherry.
Bitch. Okay.
That was a good spin.
What is it? What is BM? Is it bad milk?
Buttermilk.
That's hilarious. What's mine? What is mine?
It's heavy whipping cream.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, dude. Anyone got some Kahlua and vodka? I'm ready to have a good time.
I also have some other stuff that's not on the wheel though, because I have a feeling we're probably going to be trying some different things.
Okay.
So let's see. Dan says that was the Halloween episode long ago. Margot says brave souls. Daniel says we'll be able to tell by how quick Steve's lips turn the color of the wall. Steph says peer pressure. It's like a drug waiting for it to hit you.
You want me to go deliver that to her?
Yes.
Excuse me, I'm going to go across the studio now. I'm stoked, dude. I'm stoked.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was a good one. I'm going to go 5 minutes. I'm going to try at least.
Yeah, me too.
5 minutes.
I wish we had a timer, a countdown timer.
That's a good idea. My lady.
Thank you. Oh, I could probably find one online.
Yeah, there should be, yeah, totally.
Do you want a soda, Christian?
I
I have Mountain Dew Zero Frostbite
wow.
because I feel like it would chill your quench your thirst more. Okay.
Dude, this is some heavy cream.
Yeah. I was like, that one should be the winner because I'm sure it's going to be the best. So this is a low-fat buttered cultured buttermilk, and I've never drank it before.
Oh,
Yum.
You've never had buttermilk? Yeah, it's okay. It's kind of weird. I think you're going to like it if your mouth's on fire.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure, I will.
I was actually watching something interesting. So, was it capasoids? Those are purely chemical, so there is like no heat to it. So it's pretty interesting that like they trick our mouths, our brains into thinking, it's hot, but it's not hot.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually not hot at all. That's why you don't get like blisters or burns.
It's all in your mind.
Yeah, I mean it's purposely it makes you think that. I guess so on your mind. Yeah.
All right. Well, then I think this should be easy. Are we ready?
I guess so.
Everyone open their package.
It hit me in the eye.
Yeah.
Do we have napkins?
Why?
Because I don't want to touch it.
No, I'm not going to touch it.
Why? I want to bite the head off.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Should I run and grab something? Also, if we have snot, might be nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll go grab it. Hold on.
Oh, that's true. There's a roll of paper towels next to the stove.
Yeah, the studio has a stove, huh?
Mhm.
That's pretty fancy.
It's nice. You know, it's also got some accommodations. All right.
Oh, mine fell on the floor.
If anything, that'll be better.
Yeah, it's probably better. Probably tastes better. All right, so that's what the little guy looks like. Actually, I think I'm going to put mine on a spoon, too.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I thought you gave me a spoon.
Well, I wasn't thinking that far ahead, Christian.
Yeah.
I'm all action,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
So I have a timer queued up.
Perfect.
All right. Let's hit the timer. And
Well, eat it and then we'll hit the timer.
Yep. Here goes. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, it's
Okay.
hot. It's hot.
I'm scared.
Oh, it's gonna be bad.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just spit it out. There's
Yeah.
no fucking way.
Roma, that's $10. You eat it.
Mm-mm.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hot. Just breathe. Make sure you breathe.
My gums are burning. I am not even eating it.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, my tongue's starting to feel numb.
The better you chew it, the less problems you have with it. Shit.
You have hiccups.
Yeah. It's really spicy. I can think hiccups.
Wow.
We're at 4 minutes.
I don't think I'm gonna make it 5 minutes.
Okay, let's see. We'll see. I will say usually about 5 minutes in. So when you cap off.
Daniel says Steve's color changed in less than 10 seconds. Steph wants to know why.
Here comes the buttermilk.
Sarah says, Steve, it took literally 1 second to turn red. Steve S's LMAO.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Oh my God.
It's painful.
Wow.
Your eyes are just. Chris, are you still going?
Yeah.
You're amazing.
For now. I don't want to, but.
All right, we're at about 3 minutes, less than 3 minutes. Yes, Sarah, I bit it, but I didn't chew it. There's no way. You could feel the heat before it even really touched your tongue.
Yeah, I'm tapping out. Actually, maybe I'm not. No, I'm tapping out. It's painful. Made 2.5 minutes.
Fuck.
Yeah. Oh, this is pretty tasty.
Steph says 911. Sorry you broke up with the firefighter now.
Wow.
I'm doing fine. I don't know what's wrong with you guys. Let's see. Sarah says she knows a guy named Sarah and Mikey, and they did the whole 5 minutes.
I hate them.
Daniel says, oh man, even Lil Sleepy caved.
Yeah.
I'm just going to eat some yogurt because it's yogurt. I don't know why you guys are so upset.
Ugh.
Yeah, see, would you yogurt me? Painful. Very painful.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Very painful.
Definitely the hottest thing I've ever eaten.
Yeah, no doubt.
And the shitty part is
Back to the throat.
yes,
Yeah.
that you swallow it and you can't get something back there. That's where you breathe. And then you spin the wheel and you get fucking buttermilk.
It's subsiding a little bit now, especially the back of the throat.
I mean, I barely feel it. Remember when I had you get me eye drops?
Yeah. It's like coming back now.
The yogurt's good. I'm really happy about this. God damn.
Just wait till you shit tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or tonight.
Yeah, tomorrow if I'm lucky.
Did you chew it as well as you could?
So, I need to give a shout out because this was all because of Sarah and Dan.
Thank you, Sarah and Dan. I appreciate it.
Somebody had ordered some for somebody else and she told me about it. I was like, oh my God, we need to try this.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Real great.
Sarah says, are Dan and I going to get hate text when these come out the other end?
Yes. I'm going to send you pictures of what comes out as it comes out.
Sarah
Could be one
says,
of those
hashtag, this is why no one came to our wedding reception. Oh, by the way, did you get your invitation? Okay, he did. That was a yes. He's mute now.
Oh, fudge.
How are you doing, Chris?
It's hot. It's moved from the back of the throat to the front of the mouth now.
Yeah, the tip of my tongue's got some shit going on.
Yeah, same here. It burns, dude. It burns.
I'm gonna try some of this.
Italian dressing.
Olive Garden Italian.
I feel like that won't be helpful. I mean, my mouth is so on fire, and I just like.
Dude, that really helps, actually. Seriously. I think that's the most helpful thing.
Steph says some sick porn.
I don't
Wondering
even
if
feel
you,
the burn for a little, and then it comes back.
Steph says some sick porn. Wondering if you guys will swallow and how long it'll last. Well played.
Get some paper towels. There's going to be a lot of fluids. All right, so far the winner is Olive Garden Italian. The yogurt's pretty good, though. I'm glad I got 10 of them.
Yeah, good man. Hey, wait, those aren't keto.
They are.
They're
000.
they're low carb.
They're not quite
Zero
keto.
added sugar, zero artificial sweeteners, zero fat.
You know.
They're not keto, but they're lower carb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was intense.
Dan said it's because of the vinegar with the dressing.
Yeah, probably.
Well, and the fat, I think, is what helps with spice. Isn't it? Isn't it the fat in
Yeah.
milk?
Yep.
I like how mucusy I was. Milk. I don't eat a lot of dairy, people.
Yeah, it probably has nothing to do with the freaking gummy bears.
I feel pretty good now, actually.
It's hot, dude.
Do you want the rest of mine?
I mean, I'm probably okay. Yeah, that was pretty spicy. You know, I would venture to guess that is the world's spiciest gummy bear. You think so, Christian?
Yeah. Yeah.
Margot says treat stings with vinegar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did feel like I gave a blowjob to a Portuguese man of war.
There's one sexy jellyfish.
Someone piss on my tongue.
I'm
Box
so glad I
jellyfish.
didn't eat that.
Bro, I wish you would have so bad.
I couldn't, dude. I'd be out of here. I'd be. There's no way.
Yeah. You know, so look, people, I'm not trying to mess up on the business of Flamethrower Candy Company. I just don't think that that's good candy. I just feel like what they're selling, they should probably do a little more R&D, you know?
Whew.
R&D.
Yeah.
Research and development.
Oh,
I meant razzle and dazzle.
Dan says definitely hot. Little sleepy. Didn't eat more.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No way. I can already feel stomach grumbles.
So was that the hottest thing you've ever had, Chris?
Oh, by far. Yeah, by far. I will say ghost pepper, it's pretty spicy, but like I've never done it in like that kind of dose, you know?
Well, and it's...
So
it's
will you be? Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, it's something that's intentionally made to be as hot as possible, probably within that size.
Yeah.
So Chris, will you be doing an episode of Spicy Licks eating one of these?
No, absolutely not. No.
How much would somebody have to pay you in order for you to eat one of these again?
Oh, $100.
Oh, that's it? I have $100.
Well,
The roof of my mouth, the ridges on the roof of my mouth are swollen. And I didn't even eat it.
I think my balls are hanging lower.
I bet they are.
I have young balls, by the way. These are very tight to the body, you know, like a 18-year-old. It belies my age. But
Yeah.
I think this made them.
Drop a little bit.
Yeah, they're just like, dude, we're getting away from that. Whatever it is. That's what I
Jeez.
say to my dates on Hinge. Is I'm like, don't worry, I got young balls. I know I'm a little older than you, but
Whew.
These are jokes.
Yeah.
If
Oh.
you guys want to.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
can't even. I'm wrecked.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well,
I feel pretty good.
yeah. I
honestly.
bet you're fucking high. I bet is what's going on. Yeah. Do you guys feel high from that?
Yeah.
Well, that and all the
Fucked up.
math I did earlier before the show. You know? I mean, it could be both. Could be
Yeah,
one.
it's amazing. Like you put it on your tongue and instantly you feel the heat. It's not even like you don't have to chew it. You don't have to do anything.
Well, you weren't supposed to put it on your tongue and not
Well,
chew
I mean,
it, Roma.
Yeah, I mean, I bit it and it touched my tongue and I was like, okay, this is
It is
really
immediate, though.
fucking hot.
That's why that one person is trolling, because they're like, it's pungent. It's a slow burn, y'all. Remember? It's pungent. It's sort of pungent. Like, I don't know. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Did you know? Sorry. Did you know that that birds do not taste the compound, the capsaicin or whatever it is
Oh, really?
in hot peppers, and that is so that things like, you know, mole rats and gophers and wallabies and let's see, badgers and deer and field mice and squirrels and
Wombats.
wombats,
Raccoons,
yep, other marsupials,
armadillos,
elephants. Let's see,
muskrats.
yes,
I think
Weasels.
we said that.
yes,
Beavers?
beavers, of course. Yep. Let's
Rats?
see. Yes, rats.
Yeah.
Rats eat pizza though too.
Oh yeah.
So sometimes pizza has pepper or has
Wait, I want to know the point of this.
jalapenos on that.
Yeah.
Roma, I'm getting to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Foxes.
Foxes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Uh, a duck-billed platypus.
Duck-billed platypus.
Yeah.
Although they lay eggs, but they're considered mammals.
Yeah, they're mammals.
They have mammaries. That's why. Mammals. Mammary.
Steph says I'm having sympathetic pains. Take a Benadryl.
It's a tit milk thing. Make it
Tell me
milk
what
with
you're
your
going to
kids.
say. I want to know.
Oh, so sometimes these things that fly overhead and like you just hate them will eat peppers, but they don't taste the hotness of them, so that they spread them all over the globe. Unlike voles, moles. Let's see.
Mole rats.
Okay, but wait a
Mole
minute.
rats.
So the squirrels in my neighborhood are
Prairie dogs.
vicious.
Sorry,
And
Roma's hood.
yeah, in my hood.
Yeah,
Y'all.
hood.
Yeah. Y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Holla back.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They eat everything, but they'll eat the pumpkins in around Halloween.
'Kay.
And so one year I decided I had this brilliant idea to get jalapeno or habanero sauce and smother it in pumpkins, and they still ate it. So I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
Are
know.
they Mexican squirrels?
Maybe.
Oh, yay. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, those are some badass squirrels.
Yeah.
But I guess that would be because somebody was saying that jalapenos are like, why are they so spicy if you're supposed to spread the seeds? Like, why are the seeds spicy? Why are those the spicy part?
Right.
If the evolution, an argument against evolution is that the seeds can't be spread, or wouldn't be spread by animals because they're fucking spicy. And the answer would be that birds do not sense the spice in that.
Well, and also, I
So
don't think
squirrels, maybe not.
I don't think birds digest the same way that mammals do. I think
Mhm.
a lot of mammals destroy the seeds in the process. I don't think a lot of birds do.
Okay.
So I think that's why. Like, I know deer can spread seeds, but like, there's not really that many deer
Mhm.
around jalapenos.
Mhm.
You know?
Probably not.
Yeah. So
Deers.
deers.
Yeah.
Deer.
So Daniel says Christian, I could see the struggle, and he says definitely balls dropped. Steve dropped an octave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dan,
Yeah.
do you like spicy stuff? Because I still have 3/4 of one. Do you want me to bring that to you?
Who?
Dan.
Oh, Dan.
and the man.
Superfan Dan. Oh boy.
How are you guys feeling?
I'm like maybe a 2 out of 10 now.
Oh, spiciness wise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No, very
super
mild.
mild.
Very mild.
Okay.
I think I'm in the afterglow.
I think that we started probably about like 20 minutes ago. I think that all kind of
Yeah.
occurred like about 20 minutes ago. So
Yeah.
definitely, yeah, we're kind of past the worst part.
Well, and it's
I think it was about 15, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder about it because I mean, obviously, we're pretty like
You guys like spicy stuff.
yeah. I mean, I've had Tabasco. Sorry, that was all for effect. But there's those people that are like, for 5 hours, and then like,
Right.
you know, we thought we had to go to the hospital. It's like, all right,
Okay.
let's just
One time,
drink some milk. You'll be, you know.
I was serving at Chili's, and we used to have spicy shrimp tacos, and they were like, they had like cayenne pepper on them. Like they were, you know, they had a little bit of bite. But they
Cayenne's
were
spicy.
No, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it's like a very common spice, and it wasn't very overpowering. And a kid accidentally ate. Well, he had some, and I mean, he was like crying for like 30 minutes, and like his mom was like putting ice cubes. They were like regulars too, so it was extra funny. So after that, I'd be like, "Hey man, you want some shrimp tacos?" You know,
How old was he?
8, 9.
Oh, okay.
You know,
All right.
so I think, yeah, it definitely slaps people differently. Me and Megan one time during lockdown, I was like, let's eat habanero. Let's eat habanero. So we split one in half. I took out like some of the ribs and the seeds from hers. But like, I mean, it's about that 5-minute mark. It's like, it almost seems like if you can digest it, if you can get it down, like that 5-minute mark is probably the worst it's going to be.
Mhm.
And then it might kind of like linger. And then I almost say like 15 minutes, like even after my Spicy Sticks videos, like it seems like after that 15 minutes, it's kind of like, yep, that's it.
I've seen some in the, I don't know if it was the Caribbean or South America or somewhere, Dominican Republic, but apparently there was a lady that was not, the people of the town did not like her very much, and what they did was they made her rub peppers on her privates.
They made
On her
her?
bare privates, yeah.
How do you make someone do that?
Well, lynch mob.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty much
shit.
gang
Basically.
mentality.
Yeah, like beat you with 2x4s
Hold you down.
to death, or yeah.
Wow.
That's basically like the same thing, the indignity. You know,
So
the same thing
Dan-
I was feeling when I was wearing those gloves. That's what.
Sarah says no for Dan eating the hot thing, but he said he'd do it for the podcast. You can record it. I'm
Well,
saving it.
it's rough, Dad. I don't know. It's I mean, it's Roma just Roma bailed on us. She's like pulling the producer card. She's like,
Yeah.
I gotta.
I had to keep my wits about me.
That's right, exactly. Gotta push buttons and slide things, do different things.
Respond to people.
That's right. Oh yeah. No, that pretty much. Sorry for the dead air for a little while there, but I could not speak.
Yeah, I couldn't
Here you
even
go,
think.
Dan.
I needed to continually put things in my
Yeah.
mouth to
Even-
try to wash it out.
Even as you were coming out of that state and you were making jokes, I was like sitting there just like, I was like, yeah, just
Yeah.
like, I honestly just didn't even hear you. Like, I couldn't even hear you talking.
Well, and you started or you stopped, but wait, you kept going with it. You know, while I'm trying to like wash it down. So you were sitting in it
Yeah,
longer.
I made it
so
to 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like once I saw that, I was like,
I think I got to like a minute and 15, maybe,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
I'm just like, nope, because it kept. If you saw, I had that first hiccup that like of anybody, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I was
Wait, hold on,
afraid I was
you've
going to
never-
inhale it.
You never hicked up from so spicy?
I have,
But
but
not-
not like that. Not like
Okay.
you just put something in your mouth and then suddenly your body's like trying to.
Get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the funny thing was I thought I was gonna like inhale it because
Yeah.
I could feel.
God.
You could almost feel a texture to the spiciness. Like it almost had a.
It was gritty.
Probably because
Yeah.
Add a little
everything.
bit of grit. Yeah.
Okay.
Not to anything in my mouth. My mouth was completely fine. There was no grit in my mouth,
Mhm.
but there was like these like little fireworks going off in my nerves.
Yeah, exactly.
It was very it's very
Dan
intense.
says, I'm not a spicy fan, but I am your super fan.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what? Honestly,
Van
I would
Damme.
almost say, Roma, you should like sanitize that thing maybe, and then put it in the freezer. Dan, you should probably start off with something a little more mild because I think if you start off with this, you're gonna hate your life. Like,
It's rough.
And
I don't think
you
we
might regret
need
it.
Dan to prove his loyalty
yeah,
to the show.
I would like to see
We'll
Dan.
do something else fun with Dan.
Yeah,
but,
I would like to see
Fair
Dan.
enough.
Like, if he's gonna do
Yeah.
anything spicy, like a habanero, just start with habanero because it's too spicy.
Even then, but it's hard to because then I would feel obligated to do something with him because then it's like a challenge or so.
No, we'll all
it's not
watch
just
Dan.
like let's watch you
Yeah.
suffer.
Yeah.
Because I'm like I would never ask somebody to do something I wasn't willing to do.
True.
You know?
True. Very
So,
true.
And back when we did like this thing back when we were doing the spinning wheel, it was like we were doing some shit that was pretty
Crazy.
uncomfortable. You
Yeah.
know, putting the icy hot on our crotch,
Right. Yeah.
The
I remember
staple
that.
in the arm.
staples in the arm, and doing just doing whatever, and it's all fun. In fact, I actually have mouse traps,
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
and I haven't.
You trying to break a finger?
We haven't. Yeah, that's kind of it. Is
Yeah.
I tested it, and I'm like, holy
Yeah, that'll break
shit.
your finger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I didn't test it with my finger then.
I mean, like, I would say like doing it on your earlobe or like
Penis,
elbow,
Tongue.
tongue. Yeah. I mean,
scrotum.
that would mess up your tongue real bad.
Dan says
hemorrhoid.
next show I'm on, I'll do it with ice cream. He loves ice cream.
Yeah.
So we'll just eat ice cream. Is that all he's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a fat kid out.
I'll
No,
eat
you
so
just-
much ice cream
You
once
gotta
the
put
show.
a spicy gummy on top of the ice cream.
Okay, the spicy gummy with ice cream. Okay.
You know, it wouldn't be. I was gonna say blend it up all up together, but that'd actually just be terrible because then you'd have just consistently horrible spicy ice cream milkshake.
So now that you guys are on the other side of it, would you do it again?
Yes.
I would for the right reasons. I mean, obviously it shut down the show. Like, I didn't expect it to be that hot
yeah.
to just like, okay, I'm not talking anymore. Like, I'm not even going to describe what I'm feeling now.
Are you guys still really, really hot?
Oh, no.
No.
I feel good. I feel like I ate, I'll do like a quesadilla and put like the little sliced jalapenos on it. Like
Yeah.
the
Pickled.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I feel like I just ate. Like, not even.
My stomach. I can feel my stomach right now. Like,
Yeah, I'm fine. Actually.
yeah, I can feel it. I'm gonna be messed
Well,
up.
I can still feel it. Yeah. But I
You
feel
guys are probably gonna have ulcers.
Actually, you know what? Doesn't cause ulcers either.
Oh, Dan says no. I did an ice cream challenge for my last birthday. We should. So Dan, you go to this local place and they have Dan. How much ice cream was it?
it's called Dairy Queen.
It was I forget how many scoops, but they put it in a dog dish and it's like huge. It's a mound of ice cream and he almost got through it, but he couldn't. It was-
So close, but so far.
Yeah,
But in the end, it doesn't even matter.
I could never do any of those sweet ones. Like some of the savory ones seem kind of doable. If I'm in the right frame of mind, the right condition, like some of the burger ones where they'll have like the 1 pound burger and
Right.
fries, but then they throw like a milkshake on the end, and I'm like, that's what would get me.
Yeah.
Right.
Is the
Right.
sweet,
Dan
creamy
says
richness.
It was 16 scoops in an hour. I got through 11 before I tapped.
Yeah. Wow.
Baseball size scoops.
Wow. That's insane.
That's rough. Yeah.
I could probably do like 3 or 4.
Christian, do you remember that time we went to the Chinese buffet and we got through like one plate apiece?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, we need to go make ourselves throw up.
Uh-huh.
And then I went in and made myself throw up. And you're like, I could probably take a poop. And then you went and pooped.
I know. I remember. I was like 12, 13, 14. I was like kind of just
Maybe.
coming into like the manhood.
Yeah.
And,
And I was like, this is how you be a man. We're
Yeah.
going to make ourselves throw up.
Well, I remember. Yeah, we
At a
ate a
buffet.
bunch, and then I just couldn't throw up. Like I kept trying, honestly. But like I've never really been that good at like making myself gag. Like I'll go back there, I have fun, with the old punching bag, and like it just usually doesn't. And then I've actually only thrown up once from eating too much, and it was when I was working at Chili's.
And it was pussy.
Yeah, no, it was when I was working at Chili's. And like it was like 30 minutes after I gotten done eating. Like I pulled up to mom and dad's house and I got out and then like I walked up the side of the house. I was like, "Ugh," and I was like, oh, actually I feel better now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty good.
Dan says the blue raspberry sorbet is what got him. Sarah said he made expressions I've never seen before after sitting that challenge when he reached his limit.
Now, is Dan lactose intolerant?
I don't think so. He eats ice cream constantly.
Well, it would have been a lot funnier if he was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because then he would have probably had the worst dairy farts ever.
yeah.
I have a certain amount of lactose intolerance, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't.
Got heavy
Yeah, I think I
whipping
do too.
cream.
Actually, that's funny. Yeah.
I eat cheese and stuff all the time.
It's probably going to get foggy in here if we sit around too much longer.
We are at the end of the show, so
We are at the end of the show.
yeah.
Which is great.
I had a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a very interesting show.
Yeah.
Steph says lots of dignity eating from a dog bowl. Next time, wear gloves for the show.
Yeah, I'm gonna start coming
Exactly.
out with gloves permanent. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, that would be a dignity I would not suffer.
Yeah.
And of course, you're just sitting there eating ice cream, like, oh, the fat kid. Do you have anything that you want to plug? Any YouTube or social media? or
No,
anything?
not really. Actually, I think I'm good this one.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll keep you off the radar.
Yeah.
So, everybody, we want to thank our Patreon peoples because they help us support the show and help us so that we got our new website up, which is the sensiblesociopathpodcast.com. If you'd like to go there, you can support the show. And, oh, I forgot my mug. Damn it. And you can get mugs, and we have Sensocs and T-shirts and sweatshirts. You can follow us at the Sensible Sociopath Podcast.
One more thing about the Patreon, I would say
Uh-huh.
thank you because I mean they bought us these too.
That's
Yeah.
You
true.
know, you're
Exactly.
buying us content, so we
Yes.
appreciate that.
Absolutely. If you want us to abuse ourselves, join our Patreon patreon.com/Sensible
Yeah.
Sociopath Podcast.
Or order gear.
Yes, or order some swag.
Mm.
Sweaty with all genitals. So follow us on Instagram at the Sensible Sociopath Podcast. I'm also on Minds and Parlor, and you can subscribe to us here on YouTube, subscribe on BitChute, subscribe on Rumble, and you can watch us, or sorry, you can listen to us on all of your favorite audio podcasting platforms.
Cool.
Until next week, we have episode 100,
That's
and we have a
exciting.
special guest, and it's going to be very cool.
Yeah, we're excited.
Hopefully, if everything goes through.
If everything goes
But
through.
we plan on having a very special guest that is going to be very interesting, and you're all going to want to see it.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night.
Best podcast in the world.
The world would not be the same.
I like it.
No wonder my anxiety's so high.
Few people laughed. Few people cried.
Oh, what's in the box?
Most people were silent.
And that was it.
Now I am become death,
Sounds like a bad time.
the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, so this doesn't seem like a great idea to me.
I suppose we all thought that, one way or another.
You didn't tell me any of that. That's crazy.
Well, Roma, when you're a hero, you don't tell everyone until you're on your podcast.
I'm about to hear some shit.
We all need to laugh.
I think just sitting down and, listening to...
The Sensible Sociopath. This is the shit you're supposed to be watching.
Gen X is going to love it. Millennials are going to be like, I'm offended.
You have offended me.
Also, my dog has a giant dick.
Oh my god, that's enormous.
I love it.
It's still a racist dog whistle.
Where you kind of have like a rotating cast of characters.
We're talking baby seals, eagles, wolves.
I'm just glad we're not going to have to eat with racism anymore.
It's worse than the butthole.
We're technically considered propaganda.
It is very contagious.
I think we really need to talk about environmentalism.
Like, are they studying pine cones?
Make yourself a nice stingray omelet. That's how Steve Irwin died. Cholesterol.
It's fucking delicious.
His father had ended up killing his mother and committing suicide.
In that order?
That's diabolical. I like it.
They had an apple gun where you could shoot Bigfoot.
Has she always been retarded?
I mean, she could have had a head injury.
You don't know anything about tartar sauce.
He had picked up a 400-pound statue and was like walking around with it.
Was the statue racist?
I'd like to think so.
It's like how they invented bacon and avocado to make a turkey sandwich tolerable.
I have a fear of fire.
Like a werewolf? Daniel, you've been our greatest viewer. Well, Daniel and Sarah and Katrina. Daniel!